What's up, guys? Gotta be fucking kidding me. I cannot. Give me a minute. I swear, man. We swear. Damn it. Oh, I messed with settings before the freaking stream. Now then, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Oh my goodness. I accidentally tried to put Streamlabs on my OBS and it just fucked everything up. God damn it. Like I said, this is what we get for trying to change stuff before we start streaming. I don't even know how to undo it either. That's the part. I'm not even sure if this crap's gonna work. Sorry about this, guys. Like I said, I was trying to set up my vertical screen. We had to go and mess with settings before we start streaming, so it's just kind of the belly of the beast here. Still got about 10 minutes left here, guys, so we got time to... Oh, well, we're not going to be able to start our vertical. Come on, methodical man. You make it sound so easy. I knew I shouldn't have touched this shit. As soon as I start trying to mess with stuff, man, this shit never wants to work. Now I got to figure out how to delete that crap. God dang it, dude. Sorry about the delay, guys. This sucks that we're breaking out right now. I'm trying to install that Streamlabs freaking plug-in crap. A lot of resistance down here at the 55 or so. What's that, Ponzi? Kind of annoyed. I tried something new this morning and it messed up my freaking vertical screen. All I can do is just try to install it. Sounds good, Ponzi. Hopefully we can just look for that one 15-point, 30-point trade this morning and just kind of be chill the rest of the Friday. I don't know. I'm just going to cancel that just in case it messes up my normal Streamlabs. I don't even know. We're going to blame it on Methodical Man. Just because. I don't understand why I have... Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm just BSing. Dude, I tried putting that damn Streamlabs plug in. Now my shit doesn't work, man. I knew I made a mistake by trying to do something before I had to stream. Yeah, that plug in. I did give it access. That's what effed it up. Now it's conflicting with my other stream. I guess you can't be running Streamlabs on two different platforms. We're just going to uninstall it. I don't really need it anyway. It was just wanted to try. So we're already kind of selling out of that 15 minutes. We're kind of too close to the hold number to look for somewhat of a short here at the beginning. So you kind of have to approach it with cautious. I would prefer us to kind of go back out the top, but we would have to get through these 80s here to kind of rerun some of these previously hourly candles. I can't listen to that right now. It says whole number out, the top two. I guess that is true. Might be effed on both sides. Be careful of chop. We're also back at that 55 level of Manzini support and resistance. What's up, Boo? Why does anybody trade the Dow? I don't know. Isn't the Dow the YM? The last couple of days, we haven't really been able to catch the breakout trade because it's just been just a blast. And I don't really jump into those blasting type of entries. We got another pivot sent down at, what, 85 this morning. Oh, shoot. All right, we got 2 minutes left here, guys. Minute 45 seconds. Might just be a dump fest. We're just looking for 15 points and a runner on this trade, guys. Kind of needed to have it trade back up into the 15 minutes, maybe back up to the 50 or something like that. I'm hoping it's just not a straight sell down. Then, like I said, that's going to make it a little tougher to enter this. I mean, we don't need to enter. It's Friday. We've had a fairly green week every day, so. What's up, Solo? 35 seconds. I feel like it's going to be one of these trades where it's going to have to wait. I don't want to get that crap on too early. Like I said, you almost need to trade back up into the 80s or wick above the trend line. I mean, this pivot up here at the 83s. You also got a pivot sitting down at 85 on the 5 minutes. Don't know if I'm liking this or not. All right, good deal. What the fuck, dude? My mouse was super fast, dude. I couldn't. My mouse settings are jacked up. God almighty. I could. My mouse is like super sensitive. What the crap? Okay. We didn't get the full 120 that we were looking for there. We did get our 15 points. We just didn't get the whole 30. And I knew that was going to be kind of iffy just because it was leading into the whole number. Fairly mild open so far. One minute left on this 5-minute candle. $50 seconds. As this thing's wrecking people on both sides. Come on, squeeze. We need this thing to squeeze back up there above the 80s here. $18 seconds. Yeah, that's gonna make it. It's got to get back above these 83s. Like I said, just being patient here, guys. No hurries. Kind of have to get through that hourly pivot there at the 83s. That's what that orange line on the charts there is. Remember, guys, we don't want to get trapped this morning. It's a Friday. No reason to be in a big hurry if you've had a decent week. You need to get back above this orange line that you see. That is a hourly pivot. You're looking at that 40 level. Just be careful, guys. Right now, ES is bouncing off this resistance area at the 55. The safer long would be back above the 905s. Got to print above this 84, 83 area. Looks like we're about to start breaking here. Don't get stuck at that 5-minute pivot. Damn it. Come on, 5 minutes. Ah, shoot, we're about to lose that pivot. No, we lost it. If the ES leaves the 55s, we might get a dump. So we're going to start off red in our, whatchamacallit this morning, the Lucif account. So far, fairly trappy this morning. ES just lost at 55 or at the 55. Yes, lost at 55. May bounce here at the 44. There's that first pivot. It could rip off that pivot. We have marked at the 85. Yep. Goodness. Today is a take your 10 points and get the frick out of the trade. Bounce right off our freaking line that we had marked there. That was a 5-minute pivot. And this one sitting at the 80 is a hourly pivot. Oh, that's... It still looks like it. Dude, very, very choppy price action this morning, guys. We're on an eval at the current moment, guys. If ES can recover 55, we should get a push. The safer of the long over here is going to be back above the 905, guys. Whoo, look at that thing trapping. That's why I didn't take it that time, guys. Last time, remember, I took that same exact freaking setup last time where I thought we were going to break that pivot and we got stuck. Yeah, dude, this thing is just running stops this morning, server. You need to see a print above the 905s for longs with a little wick into it. The ES is yet to recover those 55s. Yeah, it's almost like you're going to have to get in on new candle solo. We got a minute left on this candle here. Minute left. Remember, usually we hit that 25, we pull back down to the whole number sometimes. All right, you may get your entry right here, guys. $15 seconds. $4 seconds. May push back down to the 25s here, or 900s. At least I hope. Doesn't trap me. Yeah, I should have waited for the pullback. Damn it, am I going to get trapped again? Damn it. Come on. We need that. Okay, good deal. Needed that bounce off the whole number. Whew. Oh, I just realized we have a lot of consolidation right there. I just noticed that. I may even have to close this sooner. I just realized we have about 5 candles on the 5 minutes there. What's up, fish lips? Just going to have to take the stop out. Oh, I swear, man, today's been a day so far. Made profit, lost profit. Made profit, lost profit. I mean, it's just been one of those freaking deals. I noticed that all these 4 wicks right here at the last moment. Eval's getting chopped up a little bit here. Man. Look at that trap in there again. How are you doing today, Fish? Right now, guys, this thing is just whipping on both sides. It's just wrecking. I felt off all morning. Ever since my Streamlabs things didn't work this morning, I've been like, ugh. Oh no, no mini server. You got to stick to those micros, man. Micros only. Woo! Those minis will wreck your stuff quick. Let's see, we made profit, we lost profit. Oh wait, we lost profit, made profit, lost profit again. So on the eval here, we're trying to find like 120 bucks on our freaking elusive account. Oh goodness. Is that what you're trading with this morning, servers, mini? Aw. Bittersweet on the Bewley. Oh, you haven't taken a trade. Okay. All right, let's see what happened with this new hourly candle that we're about to get here. $40 seconds on the next hourly candle. We need the hourly to kind of find support here below the 85, 83 areas. Then we can kind of use that area as our support level. Very ugly 5-minute candle, guys. There is no body on this 5-minute candle at the moment. Looks like it's trying to push above it here. Dude, can I not even get 10 points today? Dude. That puts us down 140. God dang it, man. This dirty thing, man, come on. These pivots are being insane today. You're in 4 micros long. Nice. Yeah, it's starting to creep up there. Fish. I'm waiting on the. Let's see if we can hold out to the. Oh, now it won't. Now it wants to go. It's like it's just on the wrong side of that freaking candle or pivot. You're at break even. Yeah, it's because I've been streaming a lot more at night, Fish Lips. I mean, really, that's the whole key is streaming the night times. It's really hard to find a lot of viewers during the morning time. Dude, this thing has like a 50-point wick. Like, this thing has just been insane right now. If you go look at that hourly candle that we have over here, I mean, it just looks like straight butt, guys. Look at the hourly. All right, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. 5 minutes needs to stay above the 905s here. Then you may get a push here. Right now, guys, we're just strictly on evals just because of how choppy it is. Dude. I'm having a hard time trusting the trades. Runner's not going to hold. There's no way. These wicks have been just too big, guys. Okay, I think that's going to be my last trade on the elusive account. Man, we done tried this freaking thing like 3 times to get up there. I'm green, but very little. So far, I mean, I've only got one account with them fish lips. I haven't had no issues with them or anything. Now that we're stopped out, guys, you should get a push all the way up there to the 2520s. It's going to be, should be the target up there. I may even short up at that location. Maybe here, if we can print above 60s, kind of retest the 60s a little bit, we might be able to try another 10-point trade. But we also got resistance sitting here in these levels. You said 75 paid. We're just going to risk 10 points on this too, guys. You're looking for a pullback to 24,911 to render long. That would be a nice area too for that pivot. I tried long in that pivot a few times, server, and I just got wrecked multiple times on that freaking thing. So this is pretty normal, running into the 90. So this is why we usually don't take trades into the 90 level, guys. A nice pullback would be retest that 58 again. We're going back to the 25. I definitely can see the 56. I think if we get a pullback to the 56, I kind of like to bounce back off that 56, 58 area. Maybe not too bad if you get through those 50s, man. They're what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-minute candles sitting there at the 58s. Oh, nice, dude. I'm only up 70 and 80. Like, I've made profit, lost profit, made profit. I keep going back and forth on my eval. We only took the one trade with our fundeds this morning and only got 70 bucks. And I try not to enter multiple times with that thing. So we just kind of left it there at that. If the 70 can recover, we should push again on the ES. Nice server. Glad you guys are having some luck today. I done got inside my head from just trading multiple, taking losses and wins and losses and wins. And that's only because we're only trying not to risk no more than like 100, 120 with each trade. So try not to just mess up their account and, you know, one big one. At least our eval. We don't want to be jacking up our eval. Two scalps, pretty good. Do you go in fairly heavy when you do that, trading with Jack? To make 400 bucks? How many minis are you going in to make? Oh, just 5 micros? Okay. We're using 3 for most trades. Every now and then we'll bump it up. Dude, go take a look at the dirty hourly candle, man. This hourly candle over here, I swear. Woo, look at this hourly candle. One big wick, small body. We got another hourly candle creating another just massive wick. Oh, I might have bought in one candle too early here. I may just wait and see if we get that 50, 25,020 up there. This could just be a lower high right here. You may still get the push, guys. I'm using a very tight stop loss on this account. I'm just trying to protect my profit. See if this area holds. What level was that? Where I took the trade at the 58? That's where your VWAP is sitting at, trader, trading with Jack? Nice. All right. Do we get the push here? About to have a new print candle on the Rico candles here. Yeah, thank you guys for sharing information today. There's your 25K. We're looking for rejection off of the 20 here, guys. That's going to be the previous day close. That's going to be the midnight candle. And you got a lot of wicks sitting here also at the 2021 level. Overnight highs. What is that? 25,100. Dude, I still need what? $130 to pass this account. It's building up for that overnight high. Boy, this thing's chopping everybody up on the way up and back down. Like I said, today's going to be like a 10-point trading day for me where I'm looking for 10 points and looking for my runner. So, and as you can see, almost every runner has been stopped out so far. 25.0-ish. They're just sleeping around the 50s. Yeah, no kidding. There's a lot of candles there around that 50 area. I mean, you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles sitting there around those 60 areas. Wow, there is a lot of candles in that 90s area. I think this is the area that we consolidated a lot. Looks like last night here between 13 and 72. A lot of consolidation in that area. Oh yeah, I always appreciate people sharing information because everybody knows something a little different. Everybody's going to know something that you don't know. And see, I like trading level-based server. And so, and I know every day is a little bit different when you're trading levels and support and resistance. So like every single day is different. So if someone else sees something that you don't, like, it's a plus. Like a while ago when I was trying to take that long, I missed these like 5 or 6 candles stacked over here. I didn't really look to the left very well. So the levels that we're targeting up here for a possible short is going to be your previous day close candle, your midnight candle, and there's a lot of wicks up in that area too. You can see a lot of chop up here around between 20 and 25. So this is kind of where we're maybe going to try to look for like a 10-point short and maybe a runner up at the 20s. And that's also 50% of your 4-hour candle up there also. It's just how long it takes to get up there. And the ES has to recover the 20 level. If it wasn't so choppy and so dirty, 55 was the reclaim this morning for the ES. You can see we kind of had this little fail breakdown on the 55 on the ES. And we finally reclaimed it, but it just took us forever to reclaim it and just chop around. Dude, you know people are getting chopped up, man. This is some choppy mess. The hourly probably looks like a big wick or a big old stick. Oh no, it's got a little body to it. It doesn't look completely naked. It's got about a 50% body to it. You almost need to see if the 40s will hold here if we bounce off these the top of the hourly candle here. But I'm not going to take any trade until we run up to the 20s. I think I'm going to be patient and wait for those 20s push. So like I said, we only took one funded account trade this morning. The rest have been on that elusive eval, kind of going back and forth. So this really, end of the day, this is the only count that matters. The one we made $72. So that puts us a little under $1,000 away from another payout with Bulanox. So that puts us at what, like, I mean, you might say $1,900 or $990 away from a payout with Bewley. Then I think after next week, we're going to start probably copy trading those two accounts that I need $1,000 on. And that way I only have to look for one trade for each of them. Then we'll just focus on our Apex, because I still need to make another $900 on my Apex funded. And I haven't even been trading my Apex much lately because I constantly freaking break Apex rules. So I've been just focused on my Bewleys. Then we're about 100 and what is that? 30 or 130 away from passing the elusive account. So we still need another $130 to pass. Thanks for the follow. Sorry about if you're usually on the vertical stream, guys. I messed up my vertical settings this morning. We tried to put Streamlabs on our OBS, and it conflicted with my YouTube OBS or Streamlabs, because that's where I usually stream, and it just jacked stuff up, so I wasn't able to start that stream on the vertical. For anybody that usually watches the vertical. Kind of felt flustered ever since. I think I'm going to have to uninstall those Streamlab plugins. But like I tell Methodical Man, don't ever mess with settings with anything if you're within an hour of the stream, because usually I always end up messing up stuff. So we usually don't touch anything. Just to make myself feel better, I just blamed it on Methodical Man. Oh, goodness. Just blame it on him. You did it, Methodical Man. You want me to fail. Oh, goodness. Doesn't this price action almost feel like a amped up little bit Tokyo, the Asia session, where you like get those little bumps in price action and constantly pull back, where you don't get that full, clean, full move, where it's like really hard to catch those breakout trades, especially if you're trading off support and resistance. Like once you enter, it's like it just hits the brakes and pulls back. I mean, that is totally the Asia market price action. You can never go to break even too soon because you're going to get stopped out. I mean, it looks like it's building up a nice little trend line break here, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait and see what happens with the previous day close up there. And we may drop the back door drop the back door on this entry up here off the 320s, because this way I can get an idea how big my stop loss is going to be. And try to get in just right under the 20 level. Then look for kind of like a retest from the 25 back down to the, say, 25,000s. So this is not an entry, guys. This is just an order I have sitting here looking to drag up. This is the kind of price action we want to see off of that 20 level sitting up here whenever we get up here. And plus you're at the previous day close at the 28. So it could blast that midnight candle and kind of hit that previous day close up at the 30s. And we just don't want to sit through that 10 to 15 point drawdown if it does. And this way we can catch the move back down to more likely the 25,000s. Because most of the time, even when you don't have this much stuff around the 25K or the 25 level, you still get that pullback down to the either the 10 or the whole number. I was going to show how big the D was. Oh, goodness, methodical. Let's see. Yeah, if you kind of look at the hourly candle, I guess that wick is sitting at, there's like a little down hourly candle sitting at the 23 or even the 20. So, and you got tons of hourly candles sitting up in that area too. So I'm hoping it's a good spot for a short. Oh yes, definitely taking his time to get up there, man. What's going to happen when it gets up there? It's going to be like, it's just going to barely tap it and wick back so fast I won't have time to drop my entry. How are you doing today, mate? Are you doing pretty good? Is that what you're doing, is scalping? I don't ever scalp because most times if I try scalping, man, I know I'll end up on the wrong side of the scalp and I'll be in too heavy and just get wrecked. So scalping usually don't do very well for me. We had a very up and down day today on our eval, mate. It wasn't pretty. It was one of these days where I was like, take a loss, take a win, take a loss, take a win. It's been that type of entries and stuff for me on my eval. We only taken one funded trade. We tried to short the market this morning once it pushed back up and came back out of this 15-minute range. And we only got our 15 points. Sounds good, server. Have a good weekend. Well, heck, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th candle in the range here. I know we only got probably an hour and an hour and a half left the server before we get to that lunchtime. Then it's really going to die off. Nice long all right, here we go. Come on. Get it up there. Find the mojo, guys. Give us some courage. Just waiting, guys. Waiting for the lot of consolidation in this area too here, guys. All right, new 5-minute candle. We're going to try to, hopefully we can get up to the 20 level here. At least up into the 25s. I like to see it hit the 25 and drop it right below the 20. It should take quite a bit to get through that area. Too bad that wasn't the 20 hit. I mean, I almost thought about front running it a while ago. Whoa! Right there, it could have destroyed me if I didn't have that move down. What kind of dirty price action is that, dude? Come on. See that little 20-point fidget? That thing just flickered a little bit. Let me move this on down a little bit more. I'm hoping that wasn't the move, because that's going to suck, because this is the kind of move we were looking for off of those levels up there, but Hopefully, since we're having this type of price action, it gives us plenty of like opportunities to get like that little 10-point pullback. Heck, that ended up being a 40-point move for the first hit. Oh, that's going to be a pity if that was our trade there and we just missed it. That's going to suck. I was being a douche for a tick there, guys. Dang it. I was wondering, if you look to the left, those wicks are sitting right there. I thought we would at least touch the 20, man. Oh, man. I'm thinking we get another chance. We just got to be patient and wait. Hopefully the next trade we also get another 30, 40 point drop also. Mate, did you get out of your long? All right, once this thing gets back above 10, we'll go ahead and put our order on here. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Dude, this thing's already down 50 points from off our freaking area. And you know what would have happened if I'd have jumped in? That thing would have went straight back up. It wouldn't have sold off 50 points. This thing's only selling off 50 points because we didn't get in. All right. Once they get back up there around those levels, we can look for another entry. But right now, we just can't do anything. Man, this should have been it right here, guys. Pretty much back off the top of our previous 4-hour candles or 1-hour candle. The S&D level is playing off the big time. Like I said, we're just looking for one more trade for our elusive account, then probably going to be done with the elusive. Then if the market's still somewhat moving, then we can also look for something on our Bewley. Or if we just want to be safe and just put away the elusive and just come back Monday, we still need, like I said, $130 to get to pass this elusive eval. So basically, it would take 10 points plus a big runner. We need ES to hold the 70 here. Might get them pushed back up here if the ES holds the 70. A lot of candles in this area here on the ES. About to have a new 5-minute candle too. Fish lips, are you long in the 25? That would have been your 25 hit. Right now, we're looking for the ES to hold up on the 70s, and hopefully the ES can bring the NASDAQ back up here. There's about 10 or 15 candles there on the ES. So you would think that we'd at least get a little bounce here, but we've bounced quite a bit already. Looks like a nice recovery there. Oh no! Ah, damn it! I didn't mean to hit the button. I'm gonna go to break even. That was an accident. I accidentally had my mouse sitting on the freaking buy button up there, and I clicked it. Ooh, got lucky. Whew, that scared the crap out of me, man. 56 is your entry. Nice. Mine was a complete accident, guys. I didn't even mean to enter. I didn't mean to enter this. I was actually waiting for a 50 pullback off the 75 before we possibly entered. I didn't mean to hit it that quick. That was the VWAP retest. Nice. And I'm thinking maybe I need to stick the VWAP back on my charts. I don't have hardly anything on my charts besides just higher time frames. No, sometimes I have my mouse sitting over here on the buy and sell button, and I don't know. I didn't look to see what my cursor was. Come on, bulls. Hold up. Come on, bulls. Top of the hour. Let's get a little blast to the top side. New hourly candle. Be good to us. You got this, Mr. Bulls. Come on. Come on. We've already been to the 90s one day. We've already been to the 90s earlier. We don't need to go back and visit the 90s. We need to just go and just get on past the 90s, get on past the 25K. We've already visited them like 5 or 6 times. Already said, hey, move on. Get on up there. Got to talk dirty to the nasty girl, guys. You got to tell her what to do. She needs to be slapped around a little bit. She's been a complete bee to me today. Go, go, go. Someone blow on it. 10 more points, 15 more points. Come on. We're holding to the 15 no matter what. It could come back and stop me out for break even, and we're holding to the 15 here. Get on up there a little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. We need the 15. We need the 15. That's all. I'm not even trying to get $1 more. Just the 15. Oh, you... Dude, she literally just stuck a finger on it, man. Come on. Dude, what kind of crap is that? I swear, man. It's like, no, let's just go up there and touch it. Oh, you son of a bee. Come on. If that was, okay, there she goes. We got it. We had to have that 15, guys. There was no taking $1 less. The 15 was the spot for me. All right. So the reason why I wanted that 15, it allowed me to pass my elusive account because we had to get to 26,000 and 1250. So we made our 1250 on elusive. Let's take that off. There's your 20.10 points that we waited on, guys. So I feel like that's still a spot that will pay. But we took it into it, so we weren't going to take the reversal. Wow, look at that quick 20 points off of that 20. Man, it paid twice. So that is a lot of good area, guys. There is so much going on in that 20 level. That is the previous day close, the midnight candle, and I want to say it might even be a pivot sitting there also at that 28 level or 30 level. So a lot going on in that area. Dude, we were going to hold it to 15, even if it came back and almost stopped us out. I wouldn't have tried for 20 because I know that 20 would have been a stretch. But I figure I'd say, okay, we at least got 15. We can break that previous candle high by a few points. And that would have put me $10 over my profit target that I need. Because I've been trying to pass this elusive funded account. And we're over by $10. So $10 over the profit target. Whew. It's been a tough day. Now, we can sling this Bewley eval around, not even think twice here, guys. We can put the boys on the table on this thing, at least quarter boys. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another bounce out of that area up there at the 20s. We're using multiple brokers. We're using Apex, Bulinox, and Elusive. Now that since the fact that I just passed my Elusive account, we're going to get a Take Profit Trader account. So we'll work on that one next week. I try not to have more than 2 evals at a time. So we just try to have like one good eval to trade, then we'll have our Bulinox eval or Apex eval or whatever we're trading with. But at the moment, we're using Bulinox. So the reason why I've been so focused on my Bewley accounts lately is because if I pass my Bulinox accounts, I don't have to pay for the activation fee. If you were in Methodical Man's lobby a while ago, he was talking about the same thing. So since I already have 3 funded accounts with Bulinox, you cannot have more than 3 unless they're over the threshold. So now I can stack those Bewley accounts, and whenever I pass or get paid from Bewley, I can use their money to pay for the funded. use the house money. And that's what I'm going to do whenever we get our payout next Wednesday, is take the 148 out of that to pay for my 4th funded to be activated. And we have, we're working on our 6 fundeds right now with Beulah Knox. And I was trying to get to that 10 or 11. I like Beulah. They don't have so many strict rules. The only rule that you have to worry about with Beulah Knox is don't break the 40% consistency rule. And I don't ever have an issue with that because I never try for that large of a trade. So I don't do that on my fundeds where, you know, you're taking those massive big hits of trying to make $1,000. So I don't ever do that. So that really doesn't affect me at all. I think my largest win on that last funded was $500 or $600. That was probably the largest trade that I had. And that was only one. The rest of them were all like between $100 to $300, $100 to $200, kind of in that price range. So lately we've been strictly doing the 120. And so either we get stop out for our 15, which is usually 60 to 70 bucks. So that's why I only made 60 or 70 bucks on the fundeds this morning. But I'm not going to try again. We're just going to live with our 70 bucks and come back Monday. And if we can continue for the next 2 weeks, just averaging that 120 a day, we should be able to maybe do another payout with Beulah in like 2 weeks. And that's why I said I wanted to copy trade, but I have to wait till next Wednesday to get my other fundeds back because I can't use it until they remove the money. So you kind of have to sit on it. And it was my mistake that it didn't get taken out I was supposed to get the payout this past Wednesday. So whenever I was filling out my paperwork last Friday, I put the wrong email because I had issues trying to set up my Beulah in the beginning. And so I was like, screw it. We'll just do a whole new one. And the email I used was my primary email I usually use for everything. And I guess since I used that email, they saw that it was tied to another account. So they wouldn't do the payout unless I redid it. Dude, the 20 just paid 70 points again. So you would have got paid nicely if you the way I did that, Fish Lips, I did it through Trade-Evate. So my Ninja, I logged in with Trade-Evate and I have the Trade-Evate connection set up on Ninja. And that way I can be logged into my Beulah Knox or my Ripnik. Oh, you were setting it up. Okay. Yeah, that way, this way you can, because you only can, you know, for anybody that's new here, you only can be logged into one Ripnik account at a time. But so what you can do is set up all your other accounts under Trade-Evate, then just sign into Trade-Evate on your Ninja, and this way it can cross trade between platforms. Thanks, Fish Lips. Dude, Fish Lips, you don't really have to make too much to get payouts with Luciv. Like, I only have to make, since I got it funded now, I only have to make $1,000 to get a payout with them. If that's what you know, if you want to get the bare minimum on the 25Ks, 2,000 on the 50Ks. Remember Fish Lips? I'm not sure if that account has a consistency rule on the eval or not, because those three, they have three different type of accounts and they're different rules. So you want to watch that, because Methodical Man said he made that mistake and broke the consistency rule on that eval, because some of those evals are like 2 day to pass. You're not allowed to. Okay, 50%. Okay. I know one's like 40%. Then that one you said is 50%. Then I think they may have one that's dude. What do you guys think this is? Do you think this level holds again? This level was paid 70 points on both trades. Actually, this one actually paid 100 points off of almost the 20. So it missed our entry a while ago. So it wouldn't have gotten it, but it pulled back almost 100 points. Then this one pulled back 70 points. So this is what we were trying to target a while ago on that 20 level. I don't know if we'll get it a third time, but we may try to jump back in again on the pullback, because we're on the Bewley eval now, and we're up roughly 1,000 on it. So we do have a good bit of drawdown that we can play with on the evaluation, because we still got to make $2,000 more on this account. So because we're sitting at 51, so you still got to make 2 more thousand. Paper money, that is. Paper money. Push. Whew. I feel like a lot of stress is over now. I can chill, relax. All right, we're going to see if we can jump in the back door on this thing. It would have to close above that 25.28 for me to consider the long. Oh, nice, Max. You're long from 24,968. Nice. You should get another push up to the 20s here, man. That was round about my entry from my last trade, but it was an accident. I wasn't trying to long that soon. I was waiting for it to push up and do like a little wick back, because I was trading on Rico candles. So the entries are just a tad bit different here. Nice. Oh, you just passed your eval. Who'd you pass your eval with, Max? Oh, nice. You're using Elusive too? Thank you, Max. What size account did you pass? The 50K? I'm assuming the 50K if you needed 3K. Same here. I just passed my 25K a while ago on that last trade. I needed like $130 more. I got lucky though, because I accidentally entered by accident. Oh, you're doing 25K too? Okay, yep. Make sure we're on our Bewley accounts. Like I said, we're double, tripping, checking, because we don't want to make a mistake. Don't have nowhere to be today, so just stay around us long as we need. Now, if this thing prints above the 20 level, this thing is probably going to the 25 100s up there to the overnight highs. We really haven't got that clean where it wicks through yet. Like where it just kind of wicks through, then comes back down. Still kind of battling that 20 area, guys. Look at that. Man, if you're good at range trading, this is your day. I'm not going to lie, man. The ranges have been insane today. I mean, you're looking almost 50 to 70 point with every range. Like, it's like, what? The 10s, the 25Ks, back down to the 50s. The range has been insane today. Fish Lips, have you been taking all these range plays from the 25 back up every single time? Is there anybody trapped in a trade right now where you're getting trapped in longs or shorts? Or did you enter in this a little later? Or anybody trapped in a long? If you're not over leveraged, this is a not bad price action to get if you are getting trapped in, because it's ranging, so you'll probably get lucky enough for it to go back to the top. But if you're over leveraged, that's where it makes it super tough. So if you're in, a couple, 2 or 3 minis, and you got long that say the 25K, 40 points, you're already down $800 with just one mini. This price action is super tough to be trading minis if you're trading on smaller accounts. When you use those minis on those smaller accounts, man, you almost have to be perfect every time. And that's almost impossible to do on the NASDAQ. Usually we're trading the breakout for that first 15 minutes in the morning, or we usually taking trades off like support and resistance, pivots, higher time frame. That's what all these boxes are that you see to the left of me, Davo, is higher time frames. So this is the 4-hour candle. This is a 4-hour candle, and these are 3 individual hourly candles. So most of our trades are either taken off or around those hourly candles. Our support and resistance with like some type of breakout strategy. I like also trading off whole numbers a lot too. So I'll trade in between whole numbers. I try to stay away from trades where it's going into the 50, the 25, the 75, and the 100 because we always usually get some kind of reaction at those. So what I'll do is I'll wait for it to hit the 75, pull back to say the 50 or 40, and then if it goes back up through the 60, we'll get long like that sometimes. Just different positions. So like this trade up here, I didn't take this because we already took our entry, but I was looking for a short off of the midnight candle up here and the previous day close and a pivot. So this was a really good short area. This is what we were trying before we got our win a while ago. So we didn't take it. I still may take it if we can get some kind of wick through this previous day close. But most of the stuff I trade is a little different every day because, you know, every day you got a little bit different support and resistance. Price action's been super, super tough in the mornings. I'm not going to lie. I want to say the last 3 days have been super tough. Just because we've had go to the 1 minute and look at the range. I don't know if it'll mess up my charts here. Hopefully not. Let's go. I'm going to do another one. Let's go over here. We'll do it on gold. Oh, wow. we're just surfing across the way, man. Look at these nice little waves. This is a range day trader type stuff here, guys. If you're a range trader, this is like your bread and butter. Man. So we're pretty much stuck between this, the bottom of the 4 hours and the 1 hour candle. So pretty much right here where we keep bouncing off of is the top of the last 2 hour candles. I used to do the 1 minute trading with Jack, but I would find myself over trading too much. So switching to the 5 minutes, it definitely. Yeah, there's a pivot sitting up there too at the 28. That's what the one little yellow line that you see above the dot lines. So that's why I like that area so well for a pullback because it had the pivot, previous day close, and midnight candle. So there was a lot there. If we can break above that area, man, that's probably going to be a really nice area for long. If we can get like print above the 30 and do a little wick back into it, I would definitely take that on a definitely going to take that on an eval if it happens before we get off. But we are heading into the lunchtime hour, so we only got about 30 minutes before the 12 o'clock noon. And so a lot of times what it is during that time of the day, you get a lot of like choppy price action. See, I think we got at least one more push. Let's see. Did we get the 23s? Maybe that was the 23 hit that we hit a while ago already. Okay. Let's see. No, it was fairly close. That last push up hit the bottom of these 3 or 4 candles right here. I guess that wasn't a pivot. That might have been yesterday's pivot. For shorts, I would need to get back below the 24,900. And I want to say the 70 on the, what do you want to call it? The ES. The ES would need to get back below the 70. I've been using that one indicator that someone made for Methodical Man Solo that allows me to put all Adam Manzini's levels in my charts now without having to mark them every day, because I hated doing that. Now I can just copy paste and it puts them in there for me. So this morning, his buy was the fail breakdown of the 55 and reclaim of the 55 for the long. It paid out, but it was super choppy, so it made the entry super tough this morning. Yesterday was the 70, reclaimed the 91. So yesterday was some nice price action too. This was the big move here yesterday, down to the 70. And his next long was reclaim the, break the 90, 91, pull back, hit support on the 90 for the long. So this would have been your break here. So you broke the 91. And we've already broke it, so we broke the 90, then reclaimed the 90. So basically what it is, you're looking for a candle to push through the 90 and a retest of the 90. So this was his midday call out. I didn't take it, but I think Methodical Man did take this one yesterday. Did we ever fill in that gap from last? Oh, yeah, we did. We did fill in that gap from last night. I was wondering if we filled in that gap. The bull bear line for the move to the downside is going to be your 70. So if you're watching the ES and we start losing the 70s, you're probably going back down to the 55s, the 45s. How'd you end up doing this morning, Solo? It seemed like a lot of people took that long up to the upside while ago on those last couple trades. So if we do push up here into that 28, into this area, we will look for a short out of that area. And we're going to try to place it on the backside. So I kind of want to see a wick through, then I pull back. And the reason I do that sometimes is because it gives me an idea about how big my stop loss is going to be, because a lot of times I'll put my stop loss at the top of that wick. Because we haven't touched the previous day close yet. And that's sitting at 28. Oh, you blew a PA? Oof. Was that an Apex PA, Solo? Fish lips. Calm down, man. Calm down. Already up $300 and just got the account. Oh, insane, dude. Oh, I knew this was going to be some crazy entries for you today with this range, man. That whole number to whole number range play is insane. like I said, we're just kind of waiting for us to kind of push up to hit the 28s to 25s here. Oh, come on. Man, fish slips. Whenever you start getting up a few $100s on those elusive accounts, dude, those $1,250 doesn't seem like it takes very long to get $1,250 on those accounts. We're going to do it this way in case the NQ decides it wants to blast. I want to see it hit the 28, 25 and have my entry sitting at 20 is what I would like to do here. Oh, you can take all the buffer if you... Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't read all the rules to all the different accounts. I looked at mine last night. It didn't say I had to make a certain amount. You can just make whatever. I know on one of those elusive accounts, you got to make like $100 or $150 a day or something like that. They have some very friendly rules, fish lips. I just don't know if they... The only thing I wasn't sure about was like, if you get 6 payouts on one account, do they make you go to a live account? That's the only thing I wasn't sure about. But I don't know if it has to be just with one account. Like if you do it 6 times with one account. I know, $65. You must have, yeah, because you probably got the 50% off since it was your first time. You get 2 of those. You get two at 50% off, and then you get like 4 or 5 at 40%. Then I'm hoping they renew that discount. I saw they had a renew date for that discount. If you go over there to the homepage and look in promo, yeah, if you're good at passing evals, I mean, that is probably like the best deal out there. $65 all in, and you don't have to pay a renewal fee, and that includes your activation fee. That is probably the best deal if you're good at passing evals. Now, if you're going to blow 20 evals, it's probably not a good deal. I would stick to the cheaper stuff if you're just blowing them up. But if you can pass it and say 1 try or even 2 tries, that is the better of the deal there. I'm good at blowing up. Oh, good at blowing the PAs. Oh my goodness. We know what the dealio's, Solo. We know about your full port habits. I remember all the days you coming in the lobby like, yeah, I made 1,000 last night. I'm like, dude, what did you do? He's like, I full ported. He's like full porting the Asia market or the London or something a while back. That's when a Elite put you in a live account. You took too much money from them. You got those two big payouts. They're like, nope, Solo. You're going live. Oh, goodness. Bad price behavior. How are you doing today, Mary? Oh, yeah, price action is pretty crappy today. I don't think we've done anything for the last 45 minutes. We've just been kind of sitting here just watching price action go back and forth. It's almost like, do we go down to the bottom of the range and go right back up? Is that... Oh, there's nothing worse than blowing a funded account on a Friday. That is one thing I try really hard not to do because I hate spending all weekend thinking about why did I do that? Yeah, there was a while that I wouldn't even trade my funded accounts on a Friday because I just didn't want to have that negativity tied to me all weekend or upset at myself for doing that. You always blow on Friday? Man, I think I would almost like take a break from trading fundeds on Friday and just work on an eval. Unless price action is just like, like whoa type price action. But the price action today has been horrible. And what's making it so bad is you don't have the follow through. You're getting like, especially if you're trying to catch these breakout candles, you're just getting like 40 and 50 point whips. And that's kind of what's wrecking you. That's what was happening in me this morning. But I was only going in with 3 micros and just looking for 10 points. I don't think I had no runners paid this morning. I think I had 1 runner pay, and that was the last trade I was in. And every other trade before that, the runners got stopped out every single time. So today is one of those deals where it's almost like you just take your 10 points and walk away. Sounds good, Fish Lips. I'm probably not too far behind, man. I was trying to take a short up there around those 25, 28s, but man, it's like we're selling all the way back down again. What time frame do you trade on, Mary? We are on the 5 minutes here. The 5 minutes helps me be a lot more patient than what I used to do whenever I traded on the 1 minute. Because I would be definitely over trading on the lower time frames. I know Fish Lips killed it again today, man. Anytime you see price action like this, Solo, Fish Lips has destroyed it today because it's going from whole number to whole number. Me, I trade off a lot of the support and resistance and in between whole numbers. So I kind of range all of my entries most of the time around whole numbers, either above whole numbers. I don't ever take trades into whole numbers. So if you go back and watch charts, we always get some kind of like reversal or some kind of reaction anytime you hit the 100, the 25, the 50, the 75, just on and on. If you start watching price action, you'll notice, especially on the first hit, we'll trade into say we just broke the, say, 900s. More likely, we pushed up to the 25, pulled back down to the 900, and that's a lot of times that's a good, to try to get long that way. Another area that I don't trade is between the 90 and the 10. So anytime you get around that 90 and 10 on the very first try, the price action is garbage. So the best thing to do is wait for it to hit, pull back, find resistance off of some kind of support, then take the next trade through. Then look for a target. Today is kind of hard to see that because of how much we chopped. So and I do trade my evals and fundeds a little bit different. Most of my trades in the morning or usually that first 15-minute breakout from, I use the 15-minute candle from 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock to 9:15. But you can see that the price action this morning was just straight crap. Like this whole week has been this way because it's been so hard to find entries because we've just been completely breaking out. Either that or I miss it. So like this was your 15-minute candle yesterday. The only way I could see entering this, and I didn't really take it, was a 50% pullback on the previous the hourly candle before we broke out. But it's so hard to catch these breakouts like this sometimes. So how we ended up taking this trade yesterday is we took it off a pivot. So basically, this was my trade yesterday, was here at the 89. So this 89 was a pivot yesterday. So we used that pivot as our entry. So basically, we broke the pivot. This is the candle that retests the pivot. And then I had my entry sitting at 65, which was about 15 points from the whole number. So I figure it's like, all right, if we're going to push back up, hit the 75, we're coming back down to the 50. So we pretty much came back down to the 50, and we probably ended up bouncing off what it looks like the 25. Look, there's your 25 bounce to the tick. Then that thing ripped all the way back up there to that pivot again. So we got our 30 points on this trade yesterday. And I don't remember if we got anything off of this one. I think if we did, it was only like $60. Because I remember like the last couple of days have been super, super tough. So a lot of times what we're doing, Mary, is we're waiting for us to run higher time frames. So that's what all these boxes are. These boxes represent a higher time frame also. So this is a 4-hour candle, 4-hour candle, and we got 3 1-hour candles that make up a 4-hour candle. So then you're just kind of waiting to see what price action is going to do. And you don't get this every day like the last 2 days where it's just blasted. But today, what is this, Wednesday or Tuesday, where it blasted the 4-hour candle. See, it kind of ran the 4-hour candle. You're just waiting for it to run higher time frame. And then it's like, okay, more likely since we ran that, we're moving back up. We're going to be probably bullish today. And a lot of times that's all I'm doing. I'm just waiting for us to run higher time frames. Just like this one. We opened right here. We ran the 4-hour candle, then literally sold all the way back off. And that's what it gives you your bias for the day. But like I said, the last 2 days did not work out that way. This one, we didn't really run the 4-hour candle because we pretty much had opened down there by the previous day low. So you could have used that previous day low as running some kind of like breaking structure. So it ran the previous day low. Then that's when we moved back up. So this is how I would have entered this trade. So we ran the previous day low. I do pull fib on individual 5-minute candles. This is how I determine a lot of times if I'm going to take the trade. So a lot of times, if you got very bullish 5-minute candles, and if you can withstand, so I usually wait for the wick. And so I do miss them sometimes because I'm waiting for the wick. So if you look at this candle, this is a little bit of a hindsight that you can kind of look at it, but it was happening too fast in the moment for me to realize these lightly blue lines are the 50% of the previous hourly candle. So we would have got long here around the 20, and we got our 30 points on this trade here. Usually if you see the fib, most of the time I'm looking to take the trade. And I'm looking from 20 to 40% of the very bullish candle to hold. Because usually we always trade the opening every day. Like I'm talking about within the first 5 or 10 minutes, we're looking for opening trade. All right, so this play right here, here's your 4-hour candle. This is where the opening was. You see us, we ran the 4-hour candle, and even though it was kind of garbage price action, but we ended up moving back up. I can't remember this far back where we took our entry. Very, very simple stuff. Nothing too difficult. Just trading off higher time frames and support and resistance. Because in the morning time, the price action is moving so fast. Most time you'll get your 20 to 30 points like within minutes, within a minute, or even 30 seconds because it's moving so fast. Most of the time I'm super quiet when the opening happens because I'm sitting here like trying to focus on the chart so much and not pay attention to anything else. So, but if you're just curious what all these little boxes are for. And so what it does, it keeps me from like having to like look at different charts and looking, changing time frames. And this way I'm able to see what the higher time frame is doing without changing charts. Even though it looks a little weird having all these boxes on here. So, but it works for me. And the reason why we have this little gap here is because Ninja will not let me put my box from say 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So I only can go till 11:59. So if I try to put till 2 a.m., so what it will do is it would make a skinny box all the way around. Oh yeah, same here, Fish Lips. I'm probably going to hang out for a few more minutes, man, because this stuff is just grinding. Man, it's like, is this the bottom of the range again? Where would your stop loss have to be here? 31? Shoot. No camera. I mean, dude, this thing's been just blasting the range. Heck, let's see if it goes back to the top again. There's 10 points. Do we get the range? How much time's left on this? 3 minutes. This is a eval trade. We got 1 micro left. We started off with 4. We're trying to see if we can get back to the top of this range here. I mean, it's already done it over and over, so what's one more time? Oh. Go. Oh, come on. She's been up there like 20 times already. She don't want to go one more. So what made me enter this is we pulled to the bottom of the range. We had a stick entry, so it looks like the bears couldn't control it. This candle could not break this low, and once it broke the high of this candle, that's when we're like, well, crap, we might as well just jump back in there and see if we can take it to the top of the range. Fairly looks like equal highs sitting there also at 10. I'm talking about like a tick too. And we're about to have a new 5-minute candle. This new 5-minute candle, I'm hoping it blasts. Come on, little guy. She's been talking to the 20s all day. There's no way she doesn't want to revisit the 20 again. It's got to break these previous highs on this candle. We got stuck last time at the 10s. Oh. What time is it? We're about 4 minutes away from the lunch hour here. Thank you for the share, Mary. We're going to get stuck there at the 10s. All right, let's pull a fib on this 5-minute candle here. You really don't want it, because I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot here in case it does pull back. So it looks like I'm about 40% of the candle. And it looks like it has about a 10% pullback. So a lot of times you'll get that 20 to 40% pullback. So my entry is sitting right at the 50% of the candle. You still see what at 108s? Solo? Now, sometimes, guys, I do take entries off of Rico candles. So if you're new here and you see it looks like a really weird entry, it's because I've gotten long on Rico candles. I trade Rico candles off to the side, but it mirrors my entries. So here's my Rico candles. A lot of times I'll trade these on my evals. So, and that's why you'll see me take these weird breakouts sometimes, because I'm looking for breakouts on pullbacks on Rico candles. because it looks weird on the 5-minute charts because it'll be like the middle of the leg or a wick or something. Yeah, that sucks. We didn't have the volume to get back through the 25,000s. Maybe the 75 may hit. I want to say my entry is sitting at about 40% of the leg. So you need to see that 75 bounce right here. I don't want to lose 40% of it here. Most of the time, if you lose over 50%, it's going back down. See if we lose to 50%, or does it bounce here? Now, if the 50% holds, you may get like a little shotgun back up to the top side here. And that's at 962. Man, it still looks bearish. I mean, bullish. You got it, little guy? Oh, don't get stuck on me. Oh, shit. Should at least get those 10 points then. Okay, there we go. The 38% of the candle held, so I was like, okay, we're still bullish because this candle did not break the bottom of this candle. You're still within that 20 to 40% of the actual candle. Now, I only trade this on evals, with sometimes I won't do this on a funded account. At least we did not push all the way back down to the bottom of the range. So I'm still in this trade for like 20 bucks if it comes back and stops me out. We entered with the 5 micros, so we got a quick 80 bucks. And so now we can sit negative drawdown. So without, and still have a positive trade, even if it comes back and stops us out. There comes the 20s. Dude, what is up with the 10s now? The 10s that are rejected like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times already. 7 rejections here at the 10s. Man, if this thing gets to the 28s, man, we're going to be blasting. I almost want to bring a short. I almost want to short the 28s up here. I'm not gonna lie. I want it to tag me out at the 20, then try to jump back in short off of the 28. All right, I'm just gonna go to break even on the runner. This way, if it comes back. Kind of need 95 to hold here. We need to see like a little wick off of 95. If 95 holds, we should get another push. There's the first hit of 95. Next one down is going to be 85. If we lose 95. There's your 95 bounce. Come on. Oh, damn it. All right, if we lose the 85s, we're going back to the 85. If we lose 95, we're going back to the 85s. Oh, it held. Come on. She got a little taste of the 95s, so there she goes. She just had to go back and say hello to the 95s, which is the 9 EMA on the Rico candles. If it pushes down again, then we're probably going back to the 85s, guys. Because usually you don't get multiple hits like that. All right. She's finding some mojo. Get on up there. Oh my goodness. The 20 is like a nasty virus sitting up there, isn't it? It's like nope. We can't get anywhere near the 25 20s. Man, we done rejected those areas so many times. I'm kind of annoyed that I had an entry sitting up there that I was trying to take a short off to 20 earlier, just because we had so much up there, and we missed it by like a point. There it goes. Push. Mm. 28 will be my line in the sand. If it's going to break the 28, we'll close this. We don't like the second push. The second push is probably going to get it through, so we're going to have to probably close this. This thing could pop those 28 hard. Yep. Oh, close, close. Ugh. All right. Now that I'm out, it's probably going to come back down. So basically, we were just looking for 10 points off of that level. Oh, yeah, we move our take profit stop loss quite a bit sometimes, depending on where we're at. Let's see. About to have a new candle here, so this thing can print above all those levels that we've been stuck at. Dude, watch this thing sell down after it stopped me out. I was hoping it would push. Dude, that literally could be the top, guys. Oh, you dirty, dirty girl, you. Come on. I just wasn't willing to hold it because I wasn't sure, because I knew that if we got through those 28s, we could blast. I just didn't trust it. Look at that sell back off the 28, man. Come on. I got to start just saying it, just going with it. Holy goodness, man. Just sold back freaking 60 points, 50 points. That's what you call a paper hand. I paper handed that trade. The diamond hands just didn't have it. I know. I paper handed my freaking the one trade that I've been waiting on all morning. It's the fact that we done hit up there like 10 times, man. I was kind of nervous. I was like, man, we didn't hit that damn spot so many times. You sold and called it. I paper handed the crap out of it, Joel. I was like, no, don't blast that 28 level. And so I closed my trade. Oh my goodness. It happens. It happens. Ah, shoot. Look at this crap, man. We're down, what, 60, almost 70 points. I mean, we're still at pretty good in this eval. We did lose like $100 and something on that paper hand. We're still at 433. We passed our elusive flex or elusive account that we started on last week, and we only made $70 in the fundeds because our runner got stopped out fairly quick today. So not really a lot on the fundeds today. It's just part of the Ninja indicators. It's just in Ninja. If you go to the top of your screen on Ninja, if you're using Ninja, there's a little pencil. Just hit that pencil and scroll down and just select it. Then you can just drag it and you can customize it to whatever colors you want. Mine is just, I chose these colors for mine. So the colors that I use. If you don't have Ninja, you can also use trading view. It's let's see, it's one of them here. So it's the second one down. It should say Fibonacci there, and you just select it, then pull your fib. Oh, okay. Dude, why did I paper hand this? Man, we take this trade all the time. Like I said, I was nervous because of how many times we pushed up there. I thought we were going to blast up there to that 25 100s. And so that's kind of what was scaring me off. I just didn't think we had another 50, 60 point pullback here. It's so hard after we done hit this many times. It'll be one thing if it's like the very first entry up there. Those are usually the best. But whenever you done hit up there like 10 times already, usually more than 2, you're pushing the envelope. Man, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle. Shit, we still got about 20 points before the range up there. You want to see it pull back to the 75 here. Or even the 70. Yeah, no kidding. There was a crazy fake out that was, man. That aggressive wick above those levels, Solo really threw me for a loop. I was like, no. We're trading MNQ, which is the micros of the NASDAQ. They're $2 a point or 50 cents a tick for one contract. And we barely got a 10% pullback on this candle. To me, it's a little bit better when you get that 23% pullback. That's usually the best. That way it gives you time to set a resting order if it comes back through. Man, if we get another long setup like we did a while ago, like this, I will take another long. Joel's like, we're reversing. 39 is also the midday area too. So that's the 50% of the total move of the day, sitting at 39. Excuse me. Sorry. Still got 2.5 minutes left on this candle. It really depends on what the candles look like. This one right here was pretty obvious. We had this nice little doji candle. That means the bears couldn't keep it pushed down, and it was pretty much an all wick candle. And once we broke that wick, that's where I got long on that last one and see if we could ride it back to the top of the range. That was the idea last time on the long, but don't really know if we're going to get that same type of price action here. It would have to break back above this candle here. Let's see where that pivot is. There's a pivot sitting at 908s. We got 1 minute left on this candle. One minute. I mean, we're holding a 50% area, so definitely a nice area for a possible bounce here. Just kind of need to see what kind of reaction we get on this next candle. New candle. Yeah, see, we already broke this candle here. So this is... So that kind of makes the longs a little bit on the iffy side because you wanted that candle to stay above this candle. You could possibly get a hit down at the 08s, the 10s. Solo, I'm thinking about going in heavy here off the 08s. Oh, shoot. Close your eyes. She's heavy. Come on, 08s. We can't give it a lot of room. We're in too heavy to give it a lot of room. We only got about 10 points of drawdown that we can risk. So... all right, here's the whole number. Oh, no. Can't lose the 900s. I'll have to close this if we lose those 900s. We're pretty much risking our profits that we made on our eval. Oh, a little bit more. There she goes. She had it in her. Woo, saved by the 1900. All All right, we're going to shoot for 25 as the target for the last contract. Nice. Woo. The pivot held. Yeah, we were taking a long off that pivot. It was at 08. So you got to think you had the pivot and you had the whole number. Your entry should have been around the 08 if you were going to take that pivot bounce. Like, I wouldn't jump in if it's past 20. So this is why I had that order. That's why I said I was going to probably take the long off the pivot. You can see we had a lot of reaction. We had like multiple wicks here off that pivot area. So you got it at least bounced up 20 points. I was only looking for 5 points because I went in with 20 micros. Wow, it's already up. Yeah, 20 points. I mean, that could be our bottom there, guys. This thing could go straight back up. So, don't know. These pivots are usually pretty stout. Let me get this crap off the 20 because I don't want to make a mistake. Ooh, that is... Oh, man, that looks like a nice long there, too, Solo. Man, we left a lot on the table on that one. Left a lot. We're already up 40 points off that pivot. I should have caught both of those, but like I said, we paper-handed the crap out of this one up here. You would think that we'd want to go back up to the top of this range again. You long, man, why'd you long so deep, Solo? You were supposed to be long at the pivot. You had plenty of time. Plenty of time. I'm like, the pivot. The pivot. Nah, you're straight, dude. The 36 looks like a good entry, too. After we created this big wick with this small body, this is kind of like a little doji candle on the 5 minutes, and then you just take the breakout over that. So, 36, I could see that. To me, I may try to enter if we can push up to the 75 and get a little pullback to the 50. Nice. Did we just hit the 70? Oh, no, I think that was the 70 we hit, right? Let's see. 67. At least we didn't paper-hand it, Solo. If it had broke that 900, or yeah, that 900 level, we probably would have closed. Fish Lips, he'd have been over here licking his lips at that 70. He'd be like, oh, I mean, that 900 level. He'd be like, oh, yeah, we're about to get long. The buy was probably the back down at like between the 900s off that whole number and the 25. To me, buying now is kind of iffy without some kind of small pullback. Yeah. Oh yeah, he would have had a resting order sitting at the 900. You're like, oh yeah. I mean, we came very close to paper hand in this one. I mean, you had to sit through about 9 points, 8 points of drawdown. I mean, think how many candles we had at that level. I mean, it was going to bounce. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You had 7 candles and plus what, 8, 9. A lot of candles in this area at that pivot at the 08. So it made for a good bounce spot. And these are just on TradingView for anybody that wants to use pivots. I know there's quite a few guys in here that uses them. Oh, I see what's going on here. Look at the ES. We failed break down to that 70. Dude, if we reclaim that 70 here, it may be uptown here. Ooh, wee. Come on, get above that 70. Oh, so close. Now, this is the 70 on the ES that we're talking about, guys. That's Manzini's buy level. Well, bull bear line. I'm sorry, not buy level, but bull bear line. And we broke it, so we had a failed breakdown of the 70. We just got to reclaim the 70. Want to break even? Did you at least take any profit out of that? Yeah, see, man, we're losing that 70. Yeah, I've been kind of messing around with gold a little bit, Joel, but nothing like too serious yet. I've just been trying like little trades in the evening on gold. I do watch the ES, so I usually mainly watch the ES and the NASDAQ because I know the NASDAQ follows the ES. For us to move back up, the ES is going to have to reclaim that 70. If we can't reclaim the 70, you may get another push back down to the 55. Come on. Squeeze. Uh-oh. Yes, pop the 70s. Come on, that's squeezing. Come on. We almost need to get a print. Oh, dude, my runners have been getting taken almost all day, outer. I've only had like maybe 1 or 2 runners that got anything. Every single one of them got stopped out today. We've got a lot of 10 points, but most of them have gotten stopped out. Let's here. What's up, user? Got a minute left here. Come on. 40 seconds left. We're trying to wait for this next 5-minute candle and see if it holds. The ES just reclaimed, had a fail breakdown of the 70, reclaimed the 70. We need to see a print above 70 here. Then we may get this moonshot up here. Hopefully it saves me a little room though, because I don't want to jump in way at the top. ES feels like it has a lot of room to run. All right, 8 seconds left. If we go in, it's only going to be in with like 2 or 3 micros, so it's going to be a lot cheaper trade. There's the pullback. I just don't know if it needs to retest the 70s here. If it pulls back, retests those 70s, and it holds, it should be good to go. Kind of taking this trade based off on what the ES is doing. Come on, ES. Look at the ES pumping. Come on. Now, if you start pulling back and you lose those 70s, I'd cut my losses. Because the 70s has got to hold here. Now, we went in light on this one, guys. We're only in this one 3 micros. All right. We need to see a retest of the 70s if it's going to hit the 70s, but we don't need it to lose the 70s. Now, if you lose those 70s, it could just be straight downtown back to the 55s here. Nice retest of the 70s. We went in very light on this one, creative. Like I said, just 3 micros this way, because if we lose that 70s, we're not just, getting dumped completely on. I don't feel like losing all my profit on one trade just because it's during the lunch hour here. I don't usually even trade this time of the day because this time of the day is usually very very iffy to trade in. So we're still bouncing off those 70s. Like I said, we start losing those 70s, guys, we're probably not going to stay in this trade. It's going to be very iffy because, like I said, if the ES loses the 70s, you could make another push to the 55s. That was Adam Manzini's bear bull line. Hold. Man, this thing's going to do me dirty. ES is still trying to hold it. Come on, ES. That's not a good sign, guys. We lost the 70. Oh, man. Come on. Hopefully it's a failed breakdown. Reclaim. Nope. Probably my 3 micros are about to get stopped out. I think it would be almost impossible to DCA back into this at all. Remember, if the ES cannot recover the 70s, we're going back down to the 55s. Let me add a contract here. Let's say this is the first short we've been called in today. Man, I knew it was going to be bad as soon as we lost those 70s. We're still green overall, but we're definitely taking a lot of drawdown on our profit here. We're about 7 points away from that 55 level. Now, if we lose that 55 level, it is definitely over with, because that is Manzini's to the basement level. This is looking pretty bearish on the NQ or MNQ. Surely it's just gains. This will be the last trade of the day for me. A lot of times we try to stay away from trading during this time of the hour because most of the time it usually don't go that well. For me, it doesn't. So usually my cutoff is most days at 11 o'clock. We'll add again at the 900. We're still in the green with $240 at the moment, even though we're in the red at the moment on this trade. And that's eval. Like I said, man, the 55 is really a scary target for the ES. That's kind of what I was talking about. If we lose that 70, we're probably going back to the 55. I don't see how we don't get down to 862. My last level of add will be at the whole number. I'll have to close it past that. Definitely thank you guys for everyone watching today and hanging out. Like I said, we'll still stick around and wait and see what happens with this. You recovered 150. Nice, my way. Oh yeah, we're about to probably be back to break even ourselves for the day if I can't get out of this trade here. What is that as far as on the volume meter, consumer? I don't ever watch volume. I don't know. I just don't. I think I've looked at it in the past, but I just don't I guess pay attention to the volume. Double bottom. I don't think we get through the 45s. I was trying to get my average down to like around the 50s if I could. Okay, so you just use the volume from TradingView. Okay. Like I said, I've used some volume indicators in the past, but I've never used them consistently. Most of our trades in the morning are funded accounts that we usually trade are usually first thing in that first 15 minutes in the morning. And most of the time the volume is so high that I don't even think about it just because the price action is just moving so fast in the mornings. Kind of hoping that we can get another, if we can get another retest of maybe that's what, 68s here. So we still got $200 in drawdown left. Not to blow the account, but for what we made, how much we were up. You said it was horrible when you opened up the New York session. Yeah, I think we only made like $70 on our funded account today. We did pass our elusive eval today, so we got elusive funded pass. This account here, this is a 90% eval that we're in this trade in. And I do trade this one really aggressive. Especially the cheaper evals with Bulanox. So like I said, we're trying to get 10 to 11 funded accounts to have in reserve with Bulanox. Dude, if we can reclaim the 70 on the pushback up, it's going to squeeze. Come on, ES, squeeze. Oh, you went all in? No. Dude, I usually on my fundeds, man, I only risk 3 micros for 20 points. Like, so I would never sit through drawdown like this on a funded account. To me, it's a 20-point stop loss strict. So if I take this, if it hits my 20 points, we're done. So If this thing sells back below the 25, it's probably, I don't know. I could close it out now and still be up 400 bucks and only be in the whole 200 off this trade. So, or we can hold it and see if we blast back through the 70s. If we blast the 70s, we should squeeze. Oh, here we go. Let's see what happens. Here we're back at the 70s again. I could close it out now just for 100 bucks and walk away with 500. I think that 30 area is going to be my line in the sand here, guys. I don't want this thing to come back down and print. So I'm making 36 kind of my line in the sand here. Dude, I can get out of this for break even. Very, very tempting. Because that's a 50 EMA on my Rico candles sitting at the 52. If we sell back below the 36 or 40 level, we're going to close the trade. This way we can still walk away with fairly decent profit. Come on, ES. The ES has got to break those 70s. If we break the 70s, we squeeze. Oh, it's getting close to my bull bear line here. It's right there at it. Uh-oh. There's the 70 hit. Man, I was hoping to be out of this trade before we hit those 70s. Damn it. like I said, if I feel like we're going to lose those 40s, we'll close our trade, because I know that we could pull back down off these 70s here. There's a lot of candles in this area. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Come on. Oh. No, it's just wicking. Son of a bee. Squeeze. Squeeze. Come on. Come on. Yes. Squeeze. Dude, I can't believe we only went freaking like 5 or 6 points on the NASDAQ. Come on, NASDAQ. Catch up with the ES. That was just plumb out dirty. Usually you get 2 points on the ES. A lot of times you'll get like 10, 15 points on the freaking NASDAQ here. Oh, that's getting dirty right there. I'm about to lose my line that I don't want to hold past. That sucks. We got in profit, over break even, and this thing still could not just, shoot. This is it. I'm gonna have to close it now. God dang it. This thing just dumped right here really hard too. Oh no, it's about to print. All right, I have to close that. We lost a good bit of our profits here. We're still in the profit 159, but we lost a few $100 on that one. Oh, my poor eval. Oh, no, it didn't just go back up after hitting the 20s. Oh, well, I got to be done taking trades today, guys. But thank you guys all for hanging out and watching. Like I said, I don't ever really recommend following eval trades. Because I do trade those a little aggressive. Let's see. There we go. Might have got done dirty. All right, guys. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Let's see. Overall, we're still green today. So we're going to end up 159 in this account, that one that we just took a loss in. We passed our elusive account, and we only made $70 in the funded account. Thank you, guys.